word count program. Generally, when you learn MapReduce Spark, this is the first program they are going to teach in the institutes. Okay, so now we are going to see that in that we are going to have several transformations and actions. Okay, so how we are going to apply the transformations and actions, how we are going to get the result. Okay, let us try to understand all that. Okay. Now, can you tell me guys if this is the file? Okay, let's try to read this file. rd1 equal to spark dot spark context dot text file of, I call it as C colon users that is sample.txt. Okay, let's print this rd1 dot collect. Yeah, you can see this. Spark is a processing framework. Spark is further map Hadoop and Spark one together. Okay. Now our task is to find the number of occurrence of each word. Can you tell me how to proceed? How to proceed with this? You have to tell me, guys. What we have to do. Suppose if I ask you to manually count it, then how do you do it? The first thing is, you see this rd1 dot count. So it is saying that rd1 dot count equal to 3. What does it mean? If you see this guys, see here, every line, whatever the every line will be treated as a string here. Remember, every line is treated as a string. Just try to print this rd1. I think rd1 is not getting printed here. Print rd1. You can see this guys here. Map partitions of rdd is not showing like that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, just let us comment this. Fine. So every line will be created as a string. Okay, the entire line will be treated as a string. Okay, so what is the first thing? So in the last session we have seen that whenever we have you understand that Python is reading this data as PySpark is reading data as a Unicode in Unicode format. So in order to convert it into a string, we can use one function called as what? Dot encode of UTF-8. Okay, let me do that first. 1 second. Let me this and rd2 equal to rd1 dot map of lambda x colon x dot encode comma UTF-8. That's fine. Now if I print rd2 dot collect, you can see this now. So every line is a string. Now what is the next step? What we have to do here? Can you tell me what we have to do? Yeah,
we want to use a space delimiter and split the
yeah. So every string, we have 3 strings. So we have to split every string based on what the delimiter called as space. Okay. So every string, we have 3 strings. Okay. And now this RDD has 3 strings. So every string has to be splitted by the delimiter, what you call as space. So 3 strings. So every string must be splitted by this. Okay. Fine. Let's do that. rd3 equal to rd2 dot map of, so I'm telling you every string in the rdd must be split by the delimiter space. So every string in the sense we have to use what you call a very simple map function. Okay, lambda x colon x dot split based on what space as the delimiter. Okay, now let us print rd3 dot collect. Okay, let's see what is going to happen. We can see this guys now here. Okay, so this was rd2 before splitting, this is the result before splitting, and this is what we got after splitting. Now you can see this. Here before splitting every line is a string. Now here after splitting every string has become what? If you're splitting this entire string by space, you know this will be one element, this will be second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element, totally five elements. So the combination of five, collection of five elements. So that will be by default created as a list here. Yeah. So with the first step, what happened here it is, just see this. Here, in the first RDD, every element was a string. So with map operation, what happened here, map of that lambda x, what happened is, it has converted into, transformed into RDD of list. Do you agree with this statement? So every element was string previously. After applying that map operation split, every element of string has been transformed into a list. Okay, so if you see here, RD2 is a RDD of strings. Now RD3 is not a RDD of string. It is RDD of what? List. RDD of list. Okay, got it guys here? Okay, now tell me, after we get RD3, what we shall do? Just observe this, what's going to happen here. Flat map. I'm doing flat map. So with this, what is going to happen? Just observe what is going to happen. Okay, I'm just printing this here. What happened? Just observe here, guys. So it has splitted every string. It has splitted every string by space, and it has combined all the words into a single collection, not multiple collection. Now this entire stuff is only one collection. If you see this collection of only
Yeah.
strings. Got it? So the thing is, first applying this function to every string, applying this function to every string, and combining all the values, all the list into a single string. That is what we can achieve this flat map. Okay, now we got it. So we got all the words. Now what is that we have to do now after this? We get all the words. What is the next thing we have to do? Suppose if I say, just see this guys here. Here we have apple. One apple is there. One more apple is there. One more apple, one more apple, and one more apple. Total we have five apples. Now what we do is general in our mind, we assign a value 1 to each apple. We assign a value called as value 1 to each apple now. So after assigning each value, now we count them. So how do we count it? So first apple 1 plus 1, third apple plus fourth apple plus fifth apple. So total we get how many apples? 5 apples. Got it guys? Okay. So when we are counting, internally what we do is we assign a value to each apple, each fruit. So when we combine all this, we are going to get the consolidated value. Is it fine guys? Are you able to understand this? Okay. So similarly, I say that apple 1, let me say orange, sorry, orange, I have orange 1, and I have mango again 1. Next I have one more orange here. They're not in order, they're randomly distributed. Next I have one more mango here, one here. So now can you tell me guys, how we have to find the number of occurrences of each word, total of each fruit? How do we do that? So apple, how many apples are there? The first apple, this is the first apple. Okay, next one more apple, get one more apple, one more, and I have one more, yes, one more, 3. Next after this I have one more, 4, and finally I have one more, that is called as 1. That's done. After this, next orange, how many oranges are there? Here I have one orange, so I get one orange. Next I have one more here, so I get 1. Close it. Next I have mango. Mangoes I have one here, and after that I have one more here. That's it. Now what shall we call this operation as? This is the first operation guys, that we are internally in our mind we are assigning a value 1 to each fruit. After that what we do is we group the values. I call this as grouping. Do you agree with this? Grouping.
Yes.
Grouping, right? So here I'm
Yeah.
assigning, yes, here as I'm assigning a value 1 to each fruit. After that, I'm trying to group. After grouping, I will make a count. After grouping, now I will make a count in the next step, that is apple 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Iteratively, recursively, I perform the addition. I get the value as 5. And next orange, I will get the value as 2, and mango, I get the value as 2 again. This is what we follow exactly in the programming also. You know, in milliseconds we get the result generally by just by looking at the fruits with our eyes, but internally this is what our mind is calculating the result actually. So how we are going to apply this is dot map of, see this guys, map of lambda x. Now I want is, so x, every x is a word here. Now x is a word here. Okay, now I'm assigning a value 1 to each word. Okay, let me print this rd3 now. Now you can see this guys here. Okay, for every word we are assigning a value called as 1. So after assigning the value 1, what is the next step we have to do here? We have to do
Grouping.
the grouping. Grouping on what? Grouping based on the fruit or based on the value here?
Fruit.
Fruit, right? This is based on the fruit. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Here also, now the grouping has to be done. The next grouping has to be done based on what? X, not based on the one, based on the x. Okay, see this now. Group by, so here we are going to call it as what, you know, key. So whenever we have an element of type like this, of the form like this, two elements, okay, first element and second element. In that case, the first element will be by default considered as key, and second element will be considered as value. So element, in this element, spark will be the key, one will be the value. In this element, is the key and one is the value. A is the key, one is the value. Okay, so by default, Spark will understand, will pick up the first letter, the first element as key and second element as value. So now we have to group by the key, not by value, group by key. Okay, just let me see what is going to happen with this. Yeah, have a look at this. I think. Mm, so it is showing iterably here. You can see this. A and processing. It is grouping all the data faster based on the different, you know, uniqueness of word. For each word, the data is getting grouped here. You can see map, reduce, together, Hadoop, framework, Spark, and then totally all this number of words. Okay, but instead of going with group by, there is a ready-made function called as. So now guys here, after grouping, what is the next step? What is the next step after grouping?
Counting.
Count. So we have to recursively count. I'm telling you, recursively count all the values here. You have to recursively count all the values. So see this now. I'm trying to write a function called as here, instead of group by, reduce by key of lambda x comma y colon x plus y. Just let me print this. After that, I will explain what this reduce by key is doing. Okay. So can you guess what this function is doing actually? Okay, we are using two variables x and y. X will be into one will be into x, and this one will be into y. They will be added again recursively. Again, the second element will, third element will be added. Likewise, it will be continued as long as there are elements in the given list. Got it, guys? Here. So and reduce by key is the alternative to. I will show that now. So here grouping, and here we are aggregating, right? So now these both, grouping and aggregating, both we can mention simply by using one function called as reduce by key. Okay, just remember guys here. So grouping by key and aggregation, that we can mention directly by only reduce by key, that is called as aggregation function we have to mention here. That's it, nothing else. We can do with grouping also, but that is not recommended, grouping by going with grouping by key and aggregating. Instead, a function is recommended that is to use called as reduce by key, and what is that you want to do aggregation, that we can mention as a function here. That's it, we got the output. Now we can see occurrence of each word, how many times and a word has occurred. A once, is twice, and spark three times, and you can see all these words. Got it?